Hello, hello, hello. This is Faye, and I sell Medicare plans, as you know. And this is the podcast where everyone who is in Medicare business, this is where any insurance professional who knows anything, a little bit or a lot about Medicare sales, this is where they come to find out what's going on in the industry. We're not here just to tell you about product. You get so much of that information. These are the things that you really, really need to know. These are the nitty gritty things that you need to know about. Well, as a result of the relationships that I've built with some fabulous people, I have a guest today who does Medicare. However, a part of her Medicare business and her business overall is extended to other products. And as a result, Miss Denise Sherman has written a book that she wants to tell you about. Her book is No Surprises, No Burdens. Now, we could just leave you and let you guess what that means. But instead, I'm going to ask Denise to tell us. Denise, what made you write a book titled No Surprises, No Burdens?
Well, thank you for asking that question. I have been in this industry since 2015, and in 2016, I started talking to people about pre-planning their funeral services. So many times I've gone and nobody really knew about pre-planning their services in advance. And I also do uh, final expense plan. And when I would meet people, they had a final expense plan in place that was called a burial plan that they would know it by. And they thought that it was a pre-need funeral plan. And so what I found that there are not many books out there, or there are not any books out there really too much that talks about pre-need funeral planning. So I wanted to get something out there, something quick, something just the information guide that talked about pre-needs and final expense. And
That's
something that's
so That's
simple.
so wonderful for you to think of all of us because I never thought about the difference between funeral planning and burial. There's really a distinct difference, right? A big
It
difference.
is. It is.
So how did you actually start to put together your thoughts for how you would tell us about the no surprises, no burdens?
That was an interesting thing. I've been sitting across from families, and a lot of times, um, they don't know what it is that they want to do. So just listening to stories throughout the years, and people don't always have a plan in place. And so just getting the information from individuals, I thought that it would be very helpful for other people to hear things from someone else. And that's their stories could be your story.
That's true. Did you actually start in doing pre-need and final expense in your business?
No, actually, I started in life insurance.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
still do, life insurance also, because my lines is all lines, but my focus and my babies, I call them my babies, are pre-need funeral planning. I like to help the older generation, and when I got into this business, I thought I was going to help the younger generation because I'm a mother of four children, four adults now. And then
Hmm.
that's what I thought that my focus would be, but actually it's the older generation, the seniors, which is where I'm at this point.
And do you feel that I don't know, for me when I'm working with people who may need Medicare, they're so appreciative of the help that you can give them. Do you feel that passion to really just want to help them? And then that also introduces you, I'm sure, to their children, because sometimes their children, their adult children, are the ones who are actually helping them to put their plans together, right?
Absolutely. And you don't have to just be a senior to get these plans. I sat down this weekend with a person that was 40 years old, and they got not only a pre-need funeral plan, but they got a final expense plan. And the reason was a lot of times, sometimes we don't get a plan until something's going on in our lives. And so you become afraid of what's happening. Oh, I get a diagnosis, or someone in my family passed away, and all of a sudden you want to plan because you don't know what's about to happen. So these are the times that we want to make sure we don't want to wait. Don't wait. Have the conversations beforehand.
So, how do you actually meet the people that you generally are able to help? I'm sure you don't just sit back and wait for them to call you, because nobody's going to wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, today the most important thing I got to do is get a pre-need policy."
That's how I kind of start off my senior conversations when I'm talking to people at senior events. It's like, did you wake up this morning thinking that today is the day I want to talk about planning my funeral? But no, I partner with a lot of funeral homes. I also go to senior centers, churches, a lot of different places, and also referrals. Because a lot of times after you've planned your services, you have this sense of relief going, I'm glad I did this. And when you have that, just like when you go to a restaurant and you say, "Oh, I love this food," and you want to refer somebody to that restaurant you just went to, you're going to refer your friends to the services that you just had. And you say, "Hey, I know this person. You need to go talk to her." And that's how I
So,
did it.
when you now, uh, every one of our listeners and our viewers may be asking, well, this is the ISO Medicare Plans podcast. Why does Faye have Denise Sherman on talking about no surprises and no burdens? One of the things, Denise, and would you agree or disagree? One of the things that we as insurance professionals have to realize is that this also applies to us. It's like that saying about the shoemaker's children are the ones with no shoes, right?
Yes, absolutely. I there are so many times that the Medicare clients do not have, and also Medicare agents, we don't have something in place. Now, sometimes when I'm talking to individuals, I'll tell them I am insured out the wazoo. I have a life insurance plan, I have a annuity, I have the pre-need funeral plan. And when I got into this business years ago, one of the things that they call it the upline would tell us is you don't want to sit in front of somebody and you not have something in place yourself. And so I got various things because I wanted to make sure that whatever I was representing, I had it, because you got to believe in what you have. But I believe in the different things. I truly believe in preneed funeral plans because I've seen what happens when you don't have something in place and somebody's out there shaking a hat trying to get somebody to help pay for their loved one's services.
What's happened for me and my husband is, over the years, we've gone in debt because we've used a credit card to
Mhm.
help a family member, um, to pay for burial cost. And so we know the importance of having something in place and having it ready and done, and you don't have to worry about it. So, the biggest thing for us today in talking to insurance professionals is, if you don't have something in place now, this is an excellent time for you to learn more about what fits you and which of these programs you need. And you may want to add these programs to your portfolio. So Denise's book is, when is your book going to be officially out?
May 12th. You'll be able to go on Amazon and order it on May 12th.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So that's like a week from now. It
Yes.
will be out, or it may be around right around the time that it will launch, May 12th of 2025. This is a recording, so it will be around that time that you actually see this. And what we'd like for you to do on May 12th is go to Amazon, look for No Surprises, No Burdens.
Yeah.
That book, and it's an easy to read book. I've read through it several times. So it's an easy to read book. It's one that's going to show you the differences. That's what I wanted to tell you, Denise. That was one of the things that I liked about the way you presented it in the book. You actually let the reader know the differences and how important they were. And I think you also have a chart in there, right?
I do. I do have a chart. And because sometimes you want to know side by side, well, what is the difference between the two? Can I have one or the other? Can I have both? And so it's okay to have both a pre-need funeral plan and a final expense plan. Because a lot of people are saying, hey, I will need something to do something with my body and then something to leave to my loved ones. And you can have
Right.
it.
So
So
that's great. It's an easy to read book. It's not that long of a read. You can sit down and read it
mhm.
in 30, 45 minutes. You can order it on Amazon and it will be available May 12th. The name of the book is, again, No Surprises, No Burdens. And it's by Denise Sherman. So look for it, and we will be posting about the book. And Denise actually wrote this book through the 6 week book creation program. That if you want to know more about that, just check the link below. But it is also important for you to know, as an insurance professional, that this is something that you should know about, not just for yourself and the members of your family, but you should know about No Surprises, No Burdens, because it just might be products that you need to add to your portfolio. Can they do that with you also, Denise?
Absolutely. And inside the book, there's going to be a link that you can reach out to me. So once you get the book, look for the QR code in the back where you'll be able to reach out to me. And that I recommend to reach out to me and I'll be able to help you to get signed up if that's something that you want to do also. Because a
Oh,
lot of times
great. That's
you
wonderful.
you may not, you may want to do this in your own business.
That's great. That's wonderful. Thank you, Denise. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add for our listeners and our viewers before we close our interview?
Well, I know that I just wanted to make you guys know or let you guys know, not make that planning isn't morbid. It's it's empowering when you making sure that you're planning your services. You get an opportunity to just continue to put something in place that you guys are already doing this. You're helping families to plan something inside the book there's real stories that has real impact on your people that you're already looking toward and you're addressing, and these are things that you can start today, and it's one step at a time. And Faye, I want to thank you for that 6 week program. It was wonderful. I recommend that to each of you that's out there. If you haven't gone through her program, please do. If everybody has a book inside of them, so thank you for
Oh, thank
having
you. Thank you so
me.
very much, Denise. Thank you for that. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you so very, very much. And listen, people, if you're watching this and you're getting it, no matter when you get it, make sure that you check out No Surprises, No Burdens for yourself, your family members, and perhaps your customers. Thank you so much for listening. This is Faye and I Sell Medicare Plans. We're here on the I Sell Medicare Plans Network.